And welcome to the Merrillville Town Council meeting for today, Tuesday, July 22nd at 6:30. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for our invocation afterwards.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege of being together to consider the administration of this community that will bless lives, raise families, bless children. Father, we seek your guidance and your wisdom, especially for the men and women who have chosen to lead this community. Father, would you give them wisdom and insight and understanding? Father, we pray your blessings upon the community. We thank you for how you protect for those who have been given that responsibility. So, Father, we bow in your presence, seeking your guidance in all things, and we give you praise through Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Let's remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you all. Please be seated. Mr. January, would you call the roll of the council, please?
Sure, Mr. President. Vice President Neal.
Here.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Present.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Present.
Councilwoman Uselak.
Here.
Councilman Pettit. Here. Councilwoman Hardaway. President Bella.
Here.
6 present,
6 present.
1 absent.
Thank you. Moving on tonight to petitions, communications, acknowledgements, and remonstrations. I see a lot of pirate shirts out there. How fun. That's my old school.
Mine too.
We have the parade winner award presentation. I'll call on Councilor Neal.
Thank you, President Balla. Chaz, would you? Chaz is going to be announcing our winners this evening.
Mr. Riley.
Yeah, so we had a great turnout at the parade. The number of participants has grown, the number of people coming out and watching has grown as well. And so every year we put it up to online voting for the community to come out and pick their favorite floats and everything like that. And so this year, coming in 3rd place was the New Image dance team. Do we have anyone from New Image? We'll get that out to them. But coming in 2nd place, going with the Pirates, was the Merrillville Book Bus.
All right.
Yay!
Yeah, he normally takes the picture.
Careful. Yeah. Congratulations.
And keeping with the pirate theme, coming in 1st place was Tradewind Services, who had their big pirate ship out in this year. So thank you to Tradewind Services.
All right. Congratulations, guys.
Chaz, could you take a moment and just tell us how many, do you have a count of how many people actually participated in the online voting?
We had over 1,700 votes that came in just over that weekend, and that's gone up since we first started doing it. We had a few hundred, and then each year just gone up and up. I think it helped out. We started with the Merrillville Momentum, or the My Merrillville app came out that week, and lots of people got the notifications through there and were able to learn how to vote and everything like that. So if you haven't downloaded, please download the My Merrillville app where you get notifications about the town and things like the parade and all sorts of things that'll be coming up. So please make sure you get that on Android and on your iPhones as well.
Thank you. Thank you, President Bella.
Thank you. We have no public hearings tonight. We have no motions on the table. Moving on to the consent agenda tonight, we have the accounts payable register voucher approval for July 22nd, the ARPA accounts payable register voucher approval for July 22nd, and also the approval of the town council meeting minutes for July 8th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uselak. The chair will recognize Mrs. Neal for a second for approval of the consent agenda. Questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Moving on tonight to standing committee reports, budget and finance. Councilor Neal.
Thank you, President Bella. We had a few budget meetings last week. We have some scheduled coming up for this coming week, meeting with department heads. So since we are in budget season, we will have meetings probably almost weekly for a couple of months now. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Street Department and Park Maintenance, Mrs. Uselak.
Thank you, Mr. President. Steve King, in charge of the street department, and his staff has been doing crack sealing on 73rd Avenue, still picking up branches and doing patching also on 73rd. And he is painting, well, he and his staff there, he and the crew, they are painting the bike tunnel and also still mowing the parks. And that's all I have, sir. Thank you.
Mrs. Uselak, let's add to that too about the tunnel. I think we're going to repair some lights that were broken out too.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
yep.
right,
So the lights came in, well, not the lights, but the cut sheets for the lights, Sweeney provided those yesterday. We'll look at them tomorrow. Our staff was out there painting the inside of the tunnel. We've already done the outside of it. Hopefully we're done with that tomorrow. We got to get some cleaning done on the inside, get the lights hooked back up, and heard a lot of positive feedback from the people coming in and out of the tunnel, so.
Great.
Mr. President, if we could, Michael, if you'd be so kind, when Steve is done with that, send a letter to Council President Getzloff in Cherville. Councilman Schmidt stopped me at Tom Kylan's wake about those lights and people coming from the northwest down the tunnel from Cherville. So other communities are using that trail. Let's give them an update that those lights have been installed, Steve, okay?
Yeah, so we'll.
Steve, I
yeah.
forgot to ask you, did you check on the lights in Crescent Lake where they were burned out, 2 of them?
Yeah, I think they've been repaired.
They are
Yep,
being
yep,
repaired now?
yep.
Thank you.
They might even got done today, so.
Okay, good. And that's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Council Affairs, Councilman Pettit.
Yes, Mr. President. As we've talked about in several workshops and with the bond issue, finally in front of us is the donation agreement that Joe Svetnoff has worked diligently on. I had the pleasure of contacting one of my constituents, the owner of Polycon Industries, and Joe and Burl Blitzstein's attorney have come up with a donation agreement for the new fire station in the 9300 block, 9100 block of Colorado Street. So at this time, with the exception of inserting the donor fees on page 1, I'd like to make a motion to approve this donation agreement.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Pettit with a second by Mrs. Uselak to approve the donation agreement. As far as that blank area there, Mr. Pettit, can you amend your motion to include it up to $10,000 for donors' attorneys' fees?
Yes.
Mrs. Uselak, your second stand?
Yes, I'm in the second too.
And
Anything
for the record, Mr. President, Joe, can you, this is a 6-acre tract, and the value of this property that we're saving on this fire station project is
Is $1 million.
$1 million.
A little bit north of $1 million, so.
I can't
So
think.
again, appreciation. I'm going to call Burl tomorrow morning myself personally. Michael, I would ask again, a thank you letter to Mr. Blitzstein, the owner of Polycon Industries. I've known Burl since I sat in Michael's chair back in 1999, Rick, when you were on the council, and they built their first 150,000 square foot building. They've received 2 tax abatements. They have 300,000 square feet under roof out there on Colorado Street. So this is an absolute great gift and relationship that we have with a local business.
And what we will be doing is from here with the donation agreement, we'll be moving forward to closing that on the property itself.
Excellent. As Mr. Griffin pointed out today, it's really making this project even possible, getting the land donated to us, so. Any other questions or comments on the motion to approve? Joe, thank you for your work on this, too. I know it's been a long journey. Mr. Genary, roll call, please, on this motion to approve.
Sure. Vice President Neal,
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak,
Yes.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
President Bella,
Aye.
6 in favor.
6 in favor, motion carries, Mr. Pettit.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The only other item I have, Mr. President, is Michael and I have talked, and in my upcoming report with Jerry from Thursday night, our committee meeting that's coming up, I do want to call another Council Affairs Committee meeting for Wednesday, the 6th, because it is National Night Out on Tuesday, the 5th. President Uzelak has moved and Sheila have moved the Planning Commission. So 5 o'clock, Michael, on Wednesday, the 6th, the Council Affairs before the Planning Commission workshop, please.
Councilor Pettit, I've made a note.
Thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Moving on tonight to Personnel Policy and Employee Benefits. Mr. Griffin, is there any report in Ms. Hardaway's absence?
Mr. President, there's no report in her absence.
Thank you, sir. Environmental Affairs, Counselor Uselak.
Thank you, Mr. President. I know all the ponds in Merrillville have been cleaned and worked on, but I will let Matt Lake give that in his report. Now, what I also have to report is people are dropping off their dogs in Merrillville. We had 2 in Ward 4 last week, which the police chief and I both tried to find owners. We could not. So he went online, I walked around, and our conservancy was involved because they left the dogs there. In the meantime, Crown Point Animal Center would not take the dogs. Hobart did. So I think we're going to have to start working on some type of ordinance involving our dogs and maybe getting our dog park going. If you remember, as I said before, Mr. Jeff Minchuk worked vigorously for a dog park. And people are still calling, where is that dog park? They want to take their dogs for walks on a leash or have somewhere to go and sit. So I think we should look into both of these things that I just brought up.
We
Okay.
will, Mr. President, when we meet Thursday night, Margie, the
Yeah.
dog park is in the 5-year master plan, and those are large projects that we'll be starting to discuss
Well, that's very good to
on
know.
Thursday night.
So we could tell our people it is in the process.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And that's all I have. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mrs. Uselak. Moving on tonight to Public Safety, is there any report, Mr. Griffin?
No, Mr. President. In fact, the only report that I will present, if asked, on behalf of Councilor Hardaway will be her report regarding the Ethics Commission.
Very good, thank you, sir. Elections, Public Relations, and Town Beautifications, Counselor Neal.
Thank you, President Bella. We have, the gateway signs are being ordered. We don't have a delivery date yet, but we're hoping at least by mid-September. I'm just throwing it kind of out there. We really don't have a delivery date. That's our fingers crossed date. But we'll have those 2 gateway signs that we're looking to have up, and we're also looking to have a ribbon cutting prior to that. When that date will come once we get more confirmation on the delivery of the actual signs. And that's just going to be the 2 that we're going to use, the 1 gateway sign and then the 1 for Stafford Park.
Oh, very good,
And that's all I have.
thank you. Economic Development, Mr. Pettit.
Yes, Mr. President, we had a redevelopment commission meeting before this, took action on, 1 resolution is to purchase 9 squad cars this year that Chief and Lori put together through Curry Motors to get a better pricing. And if I'm remembering correctly, it's in the $430,000 range.
438,212.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. This is Uselak.
I know, I took my name.
Which will come out of the allocation area with Michael and Trista's blessing. They put that together along with Angie and Lori and the chief. So the other item is we did do a supplemental agreement to the Whitcomb Street Engineering to go from the north part of Liberty Estates all the way up to the US 30 right-of-way line to include that section. That was an additional $60,000. And then we also went into, and I'm going to turn to Joe or Michael to further explain this, we authorized the disposition of property on the northwest corner of 73rd and Madison in Leona's ward. We had met with David Lewis on several occasions. And Joe, we had to go through a 30-day process, correct?
Correct.
Mr. Griffin?
Mr. President, Councilor Pettit, that is correct. Since there were no other proposals that responded to the call for proposals at the price that that property is valued at, if we decide that we want to do something other than that price, we have to wait 30 days from the time in which that event closed. That 30 days starts to toll at the end of your meeting earlier today. We will monitor that for you, and I think that will be able to carry out what we're hoping to do with developer Mr. Lewis.
Thank you, Michael. And that is all from the RDC.
Thank you. Utility Liaison,
No report
Leona?
at this time.
Parks, Recreation, and Dean and Barbara White Community Center. Mr. Pettit.
The only thing that I'll really report on, Mr. President, is we do have a committee meeting at 5 o'clock this Thursday, the 24th, up at the Dean and Barbara White. I'm not sure what room we'll be in, Jerry, and I'll defer to Jerry on some of the updates in his department report.
You did have two items listed here. He'll cover those?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Special committees tonight, abandoned and blighted properties. Counselor Haynes Edwards.
Nothing to report at this time. Thank you, President Bella.
Special town projects. Counselor Neal.
Thank you, President Bello. We have our job fair, which is July 30th, 11:30 to 2:30. This is a pretty huge event for the town, excellent opportunity for all of our residents to come out who are seeking jobs. Make sure you have your resumes ready. I don't have an exact count of how many different employers that we'll have out there, but this is one of our largest events that will be held at the Barbara and Dean White Community Center. Following that, coming up in August, we'll have our National Night Out, which will be held here from 5:30 p.m. And that's going to be hosted by, of course, our police department. And then, gosh, I almost hate to say it, but it looks like we're going to be planning for trunk or treat soon.
Don't say that yet.
It's coming.
It's
Still
coming,
July.
it's coming.
4 months to Christmas.
We will be planning for trunk or treat soon. Yeah, it's coming. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Semi-Quincentennial Committee. Shauna.
Thank you, President Bella. We are now looking for semi-quincentennial committee members for the 4th of July 2026 250th birthday celebration. If you are interested and want to be on this committee, please email Shedwards, SHEDWARDS, @merrillville.in.gov.
Thank you.
That is all.
Moving on tonight to department and commission reports. Stormwater Management Resources. Our director is Matt Lake.
Thank you. Really quick, we're doing final walkthroughs with our contractors and their engineers with respects to projects that we're closing out. We're doing final punch list items that have pending items on there before we close them out. We like to get all those things addressed. We're also planning for next year's projects, and then we're seeking grants to pair up with those projects. And we just drafted earlier today our 2026 budget. We also received a check for over $600,000 from the local Calumet River Basin Development Commission. So we
Wow,
quickly
excellent.
rushed that over to Eric's office to make sure that got deposited. And we're also moving forward with updating our GIS mapping. As town grows and infrastructure grows, we have to update that accordingly. So with our infrastructure, so we have everything on GIS. The apple orchard's doing great, which is a sidebar little project. Sheehy Well put the well in. We're working on a way to get a portable generator out there so that those trees can be watered periodically. Detention ponds are all in order. Mowing's going good with Josh's landscaping. The Sedona Pond looks great with the reworking and seeding of that. We had to help out the Chapel Hills HOA with their pond. They had a beaver back there and an outlet blockage, so we had to dislodge that earlier today. And that's it for now.
Matt, I have a question.
Mrs. Uselak.
Matt, have you completed cleaning of Kaiser Ditch in the Fourth Ward, Merrillville area?
That would be Taney Ditch, and
Taney
the
Ditch.
contractor is lined up. He hasn't started yet.
Okay, are they calling it the Taney Ditch now?
That's what we call it, because
Oh,
it's a
because when the people
non-regulated.
call me, they say Kaiser.
Yes, yeah, it's not Kaiser Ditch.
Okay, but it's not
The
completed as of
Kaiser
yet.
Ditch is a regulated drain that runs parallel. That's to the west of that one.
Yes,
So, but yeah, it's good to know if someone's calling in where they live so that we can direct them as to which one. But yeah, the Taney Ditch contractor's lined up.
good.
Kaiser Ditch, still haven't heard back from the Lake County surveyor yet as of.
Okay, that's with Mr. Emerson.
Yes, yeah.
Correct?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Matt.
thank you.
Lake County Solid Waste Management District, Mrs. Neal.
Thank you, President Bella. The next household hazardous waste collection is this Saturday, July 26th, from 9 to 1 p.m. in Highland at the Highland Public Works, and that's at 8001 Kennedy Avenue, Highland, Indiana. At this location, they will have paper shredding available. So if anybody needs to have paper shredded, I think they take up to 4 bags of paper per household. And our next meeting with Lake County Solid Waste is going to be the 3rd Thursday in September. For the household hazardous waste? That is going to be July the 26th. That's this Saturday from 9 to 1. Up to 4 bags of paper can be shredded, yes, yes.
Are those 4 bags, garbage bags, grocery?
No, not garbage bags. I'm glad, thank you for clarifying. Grocery bags of paper, not garbage bags. They have to be grocery bags of paper, and they'll take up to 4 per household.
And what is the address of the paper shredding?
8001, wait a minute,
Kennedy Avenue.
Kennedy Avenue.
What is that, a certain,
That is the Highland Public Works.
oh, the Public Works?
Yes, at Highland
Okay.
Public Works.
Good, thank you.
That's right. You can't miss it. It's big.
Yes, we've had a lot of residents who've inquired about paper shredding, so this
Sure.
is a great opportunity because it's free, so, yeah.
They also have it at the credit union, but I don't know the date, Advanced Credit Union in Cherville on Route 30. They have it twice in the summer. When I get the date, I will announce it, okay?
And that concludes my report.
Mrs. Neal, would you continue with the floor and tell us about the Fire Territory Board?
Oh, thank you, President Bella. Actually, we have no update report for the Fire Territory
Okay,
Board.
thank you. Clerk Treasurer's Office report, Mr. January.
Sure. For the month of July, we got another food and beverage check for $150,734, bringing that fund to $1,920,995.60. Just in terms of the town collectively, when I say town, I'm talking about stormwater, RDA, police department, general fund. We had about, $50,655,435 divided between all of the different organizations of the town. And we're moving right along. We're paying off some debt. RDA is going to have a debt that's paid off in 26 that we've been paying about $578,000 a month or twice a year on. So we're moving right along. That concludes my report.
Well, Mr. January, we have not spent any of the food and beverage tax money,
We have not,
not at all?
Not yet,
not at all.
Okay, when are we going to spend some of that?
very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon, it's in the works.
On our parks or at the community center?
Yes, both.
Good, thank you.
So Eric, when you talk about having $50 million, that's a lot of money. It sounds like it's just stacks and stacks of cash
No.
laying around in your office.
Sure.
But a lot of that is already accounted for and,
Exactly.
and in budgets. Take us through the rest of the year.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
It's just our balances.
yeah, it's the balances, and I think in order to get a more complete perspective on the town, you really have to see the town's overall financial statements.
Right.
And that's something I aim to provide at least twice a year at a minimum of once. We did it with the first fiscal State of the Union where I provided financial statements, because when you looked at it, when I did the financial statements for 2024, we actually, despite having about $48 million at the end of the year, the way I could tell, the town probably lost about $2 or $3 million. And that's just from a accounting standpoint, because when we get a loan, as the RDA did in order for road improvements and things that we haven't paid, that cash will show up on your balance sheet as if you got a lot of cash, but that money is obligated for expenses that are going to be related to building roads or building a fire station or whatever the case is. So that's why it's really important when you have financial statements, not just to look at your cash, because the cash can be deceptive if you don't understand what are all the obligations and things that are associated with that cash.
Well, I appreciate that. The reason I asked was because I have residents just begging me for speed humps all over the streets. And I tell them we have no more money to buy speed humps. And when you sit there and say there's $50 million in the bank, I want to make sure that we're connecting correctly with our residents.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Are you welcome?
Moving on to department reports. Jerry, nice to see you sitting here at the meeting. How are you feeling?
Feeling
Jerry
better.
McCartney.
Glad to be back, for sure.
Parks Department.
All right, so hopefully have an update on the floors this Thursday. I believe CORE is going to attend our meeting to get some finals nailed down. Upcoming activities at the center. Registration is open for youth volleyball. That closes September 5th. Adult volleyball closes September 2nd. We have 2 more basketball skills training camps, July 23rd and July 30th, before our instructor goes overseas. And then we'll be filling that void with someone else here soon too. But the last 2 for this session are 23rd and the 30th. We have kids Mosaic craft class, July 26th. We have a paint and sip activity, August 29th. And then we have senior bingo, July 24th. And that's it.
Great.
Mr. President, Jerry and Michael, what was our deadline for letters of interest for the park board? And how many do we have?
I counted them just before the meeting, Mr. President, to be prepared for that question. We have about 9, but we expect that there'll be a number coming in from Mr. January's presentation, or a number of residents there, and he was kind enough to allow me to promote the idea that we wanted as many applicants as we could, and I was advised, in fact, that woman is in the audience tonight, that she expected that there'd be some of her neighbors applying. There you are, miss, hi. That some of her neighbors would be applying as well. There are 9 as of the start of this meeting, and July 30th is the deadline that the council president announced. The 31st will be fine, Mr. President.
Very good. Police Department, Assistant Chief Vassal, how are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
Good, sir.
The only thing we really have is what's been mentioned before is the National Night Out on 2 Tuesdays. We're adding on, it's not on this flyer that's been put around, but we're having somebody donate up to free school supplies for up to 300 kids. They're bringing that, dropping it off, handing it out to people. So free food, fun for the kids. So please bring everybody you can.
Mr. President, Matt, can you do me a favor? spettit@lamar.com, can you get me that artwork so I can get it up on the digitals?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And Assistant Chief, would you mind announcing the date again and the time, just so we kind of...
It's August 5th. It's Tuesday. It's 5:30 to 8 p.m. It's right out front.
And that's the national, that's across America, right, basically? Many departments do it that night.
Yes, sir. The fire department will be here too as well.
Great. Thank you, Chief. Planning and Building Department, Sheila Shine.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to, because we do the same thing that we do every day. We meet the residents with all their building needs, we answer questions, we take in permits, we also meet with developers for future projects. And I just can't say it enough that please make sure that you residents, that the residents, please make sure that you check your people that you have working for you in your homes. Make sure that they're licensed and make sure that they have a permit that you see in the window. Don't take their word that they have one, that you see posted in the window. We are getting more and more calls of residents paying people money and they're not coming back. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Sheila. Moving on tonight to the Street Department, Mr. King.
I don't have anything else to add to what was said earlier. Our department's extremely busy, all around town with everything from maintenance to beautification. And we're just keep going every day.
Thank you. Mr. Griffin, Town Manager's report.
Mr. President, I was advised that we have the report ready for you. I just don't know if the copies were distributed to you yet.
We have.
The monthly staff meeting. So there, it speaks for itself. Ms. Rosas has been taking that duty on for me, and I really appreciate it. I do want to clarify that one of the reports that Ms. Hardaway wanted me to make for you was that the Ethics Committee has been meeting. They evaluated one of their recent projects. They had just completed a survey as well, and they hope that it'll inform speakers in some of the training that they have for member communities and the Shared Ethics Advisory Commission. Apart from that, unless there's a direct question for me with regard to operations and administration, I'll be pleased to be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on tonight to general orders. We have a first reading ordinance 25-23. It is an ordinance to amend the Merrillville Municipal Code to make certain changes to the hazmat fund, reestablishing it, defining its purpose consistent with state law, and formally assigning certain existing fees to the proper fund for deposit.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mrs. Uselak with a second by Mr. Pettit for approval of ordinance 25-23 on first reading. Anything else to add, Mr. Griffin?
No, Mr. President, I thought that digest summarized it perfectly.
Well, thank you, and thank you for writing it for me. Any other questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, Mr. January, roll call, please.
Sure, Mr. President. Vice President Neal.
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak.
Yes.
Councilman Pettit.
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
6 in favor.
6 in favor, that motion carries. Moving on tonight to second reading ordinances, we have ordinance 25-14. It is an ordinance to amend the Merrillville Municipal Code to make certain changes to the Town Board of Metropolitan Police Commissioners, creating a position that will be a nominee of the members of the police department and related matters.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Mrs. Uselak, second by Mr. Pettit, for approval of ordinance 25-14 on second reading. I think we did some rewriting of this, and Mr. Griffin, please remind us what we did, what we changed.
Mr. President, either in council affairs or during the workshop of the council, you conducted markup on this. This had been introduced as a single nominee out of 5. It is now 2 nominees out of 5. In order to keep consistent with the theory that you stagger terms, which is maintained by the current Board of Police Commissioners, if this is adopted, the sworn membership of the police department will be able to nominate one of the 5 chairs at the end of this year for January of next year. And at the end of next year, they'll nominate their second chair at the end of that year for the following year for terms of 3 years. In all of the cases, the powers are very similar, and it'll be the governing body for the police department.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Any questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, Mr. January, roll call, please.
Sure, Mr. President. Vice President Neal.
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak.
Yes.
Councilman Pettit.
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
6 in favor.
6 in favor, motion carries. I see Officer Minchuk here tonight. Please take it back that this has been approved. Thank you, membership. Thank you. Moving on tonight to ordinance 25-18. It is an ordinance to amend Merrillville Municipal Code to make certain changes to the current bylaws and order of business, particularly changing the occurrence of the public comment to the part of the meeting before any substantive action of the legislation body, clarifying the standing committees of the town council, creating the position of town council liaisons, and related matters. This was also during our workshop. We studied.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit with a second by Counselor Shi. Or both of you, I guess, huh?
Doesn't matter.
Chair will recognize Shauna. Any questions or comments on this motion? Mr. Griffin, anything to add?
Mr. President, I'll be brief. We are creating for the first time the concept of a liaison. So for the two statutory boards, the Stormwater Management Board of Directors and the Parks and Recreation Board, once it's established by having appointees, there'll be a member who will be selected by the council president and affirmed by the full council, who will serve as a liaison, which is just this mutual relationship for communication from the council to the boards, as well as from the boards to the council. That is done in many communities around us. And we will also have the chair of the Public Safety Committee also attend meetings of the Fire Protection Territory Board of Directors, of which our current chair is a member, and also the Town Board of Metropolitan Police Commissioners to serve in a liaison-like manner.
Very good. Any other questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, Mr. January, roll call, please.
Sure, Mr. President. Vice President Neal.
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak.
Yes.
Councilman Pettit.
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
6 in favor.
6 in favor, that motion carries. Moving on tonight to ordinance 25-22. This is an ordinance to further amend the existing wage and salary ordinance to modify salary of the fire inspector, to modify the job titles in the Parks Department, and clarifies a position in the town administration.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uselak with a second by Counselor Neal for approval of 25-22 on second and final reading. Any questions or comments from the council?
I have comments, although I'm not a council person, but.
No, you're not, but I'll let you speak, Mr.
Sure.
January. We're all friends up here.
Sure. My comments concern the fact that I need some flexibility. There are some people that are trying to poach some of the best talent in the clerk treasurer's office, and I need to be able to move some salaries around in order to keep them, because I'm talking about the key people. If they were to leave, it would be detrimental to the town. And I'm not asking to increase our overall budget, but I need the flexibility to move some of the salaries around so that I can keep these people in the town.
Okay. Do you have anything in particular for this ordinance? That seems like a kind of different.
Well, it pertains to the wage and salary ordinance.
Right, okay.
Right. I need some flexibility, so I don't know if we need to maybe postpone this so that I can actually get the hard numbers in.
Well, we could
Or-
take it up as a separate.
I'll make a motion to table, Mr. President.
Okay.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Mr. Pettit to table this ordinance, 25-22, on second reading, second by Counselor Neal. Was it Neal? I believe so.
Yes.
Any questions or comments on the motion to table? Mr. Griffin?
Mr. President, if this is passed, we certainly will defer to the policymakers. We want to carry out their instructions. There was language in this ordinance that dealt with starts of August 1st. That will not be tenable any longer. If I can make those modifications subject to how long this deferral will be, I'd like permission to do that. It wouldn't change the policy, it would just change the effective start for some of the changes that were contemplated by this ordinance.
Well, we could change that during the mock-up.
Very
And
well.
also the retroactive.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments on the motion to table? Hearing none. Mr. January?
Vice President Neal.
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak.
Yes.
Councilman Pettit.
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
6 in favor.
6 in favor. It is unanimous, which we need to table, and we will do so.
Thank you all.
Moving on tonight to Resolution 25-22. It's a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriation balances from and among major budget classifications in the Parks and Recreations Department in the general fund, as requested by the proper officer and forwarded to the town council for its action pursuant to Indiana code. You can see there are a variety of decreases in the general park salary area with the same amount for increases in the general park G&M supplies. The amount is $20,000 decrease. The increase is the same. The net effect is zero. And the decrease of the janitorial supplies of $25,000 with an increase to the contractual in the parks non-reverting fund. That net effect is zero.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Pettit, with a second by Counselor Shi, for approval of 25-32 on the resolution. Questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, a voice vote is fine for this type of resolution. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? That motion carries. Moving on tonight to Board of Zoning Appeals and Large Gathering Actions, I will call on our Planning and Building Director, Sheila Shine.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have two petition large gatherings for this evening. The first one is for St. Constantine and Helen Greek Orthodox Church, and this is a request for approval for a large gathering for a church fundraiser. The event will be held on Friday, August 22nd, 2025, from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, August 23rd and 24th, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. This event is to help raise funds for the church. Approximately 1,000 people are expected to attend daily. The event will be held solely outside as the church will be closed. There will be 380 parking spaces available and accessible from paved public streets, with another 150 spots available in an auxiliary field. Drinking water and water spigots will not be available for attendees. Two male and two female indoor toilet facilities, along with 6 porta potties, will be maintained by festival staff and volunteers. Homewood Disposal from Homewood, Illinois, will be responsible for the 3 dumpsters and the 15 trash containers outside. There will be no camping or oversight stays. Entertainment will be provided by Nicholas Zoukanis, playing live Greek music, and the church youth dance group. DJ Peter Zakaras will play Greek music. Alcohol will be sold at this event. The petitioner has supplied the amusement and entertainment permit as well as their temporary liquor license. Security will be provided by Merrillville police officers.
Thank you. Is petitioner here?
No, no.
Okay. I'll
Motion to
entertain a
approve.
motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit with the second by everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone.
The ladies, just put the ladies down.
Ladies, there you go. Thank you. For approval, any discussion on this? I think we know where this is and who they are, so never a problem, right?
Nope.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Shine?
Our second large gathering permit for this evening is from, the applicant is Adam J. Espinoza, and it is the Pepe's Mexican Restaurant. The event will be held on Saturday, August 30th, 2025, from 4:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. This event is held to honor the Independence Day of Mexico. Approximately 150 people are expected to attend. There will be 150 tickets available, and the area will be roped off. There will be 4 drinking fountains and 1 handicap drinking fountain available. Service sanitation will provide 1 male and 1 female and 1 handicap toilet facility. Republic Services will be responsible for the 1 dumpster and the 10 trash cans on site. Pepe's has 100 on-site parking spaces available, along with paved access from public street. Pepe's has also secured permission to use a parking from a surrounding property owner if needed. There are no telephone services provided. There won't be any camping or overnight stays. Entertainment will be provided by Band Heavy. Alcohol will be sold at this event. The petitioner has supplied the amusement and entertainment permit as well as their catering permit, food service permit, and liquor license. Security will be provided by the Merrillville Police Department.
I think this is another one we do every year, right, Sheila?
Yes.
Chief, any problems at Pepe's ever during this event? I don't recall.
Same
any.
every year.
No problem.
Pettit, your ward.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit, again, a second by everyone.
Everyone.
I don't care how you record that, Mr. January.
I do have one question, Mr.
Better.
President, for either, well, probably more for Sheila. The restroom facilities in our large gathering permit application, is it, this one specifically said one male, one female, one handicap. The Greek festival only mentioned male and female. Is there a requirement to have a handicap facility at these events? We've done St. Sava's is coming up this weekend. It's just something, I don't know if we need to look at the ordinance.
I will have
Joe,
to,
you're-
St. Salva's has got a building.
well, they got a
with
building, right,
bathroom.
with handicap building.
And
so
it is-
handicap
So
restaurant.
does St. Helen and Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Helen, yeah.
Maybe
they
that's
do.
what they're thinking, is they would let people that handicap
Well,
people go in
They do.
their building access has to be.
handicap accessible, yeah. Okay, all right.
so they will probably let people in if they have
Okay,
to use
just-
the restroom.
I noticed it in the narrative, one had handicap and the other one did not.
Well, they use the building.
Good question.
Yeah.
Anything else from the council? Hearing nothing else, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries, Sheila.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Moving on tonight, we have no old business.
Mr. President, if I could, old business through Shauna's committee.
Pettit.
And I actually want to thank former Councilman David Uzelak.
Yes.
David provided us, Rick and I, and Chief Nusis with some photos of the old Clark gas station on US 30, right next to Geno's. At this time, Mr. President, I'd like to instruct Mr. Griffin and Mr. Svetnoff to get a very strongly worded certified letter to the property owner. The back doors have been broken in. There's trash all over the place that David took pictures of us. Thank you. Tell him thank you. Costa was investigating this. I don't know what, there's abandoned underground gasoline tanks there, which pose a health hazard. So I don't know if we need to report this to IDEM, Joe, or EPA for the underground storage. This guy is asking an arm and a leg for the property. Sheila and I and Angie have met with a developer that is interested in buying it and redeveloping the site. The price is too high, and he doesn't want to take the tanks out. But now he's got an eyesore, Joe, and something's going to have to be done. This is the entrance into town off of I-65. So I'll leave that to you and Mr. Griffin to handle. Shauna, just so you know, we've got an abandoned gas station there on 30.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Mr.
think we
President.
actually know who's living there. There's a person and a boyfriend have actually moved into the building.
Wow.
So I think we,
gas station?
Yeah, they knocked out, he boarded it up, Leona, but on the north side of the building, it has two doors.
Yes.
And on the north side, when I drove around this afternoon, they had knocked out that door, and
Well, the police should respond accordingly.
Yeah.
they did today. Chief, do you have any details for us?
Not about today, but I know people, not just them, but there's other been homeless people been stopping. And anytime we have structures that are not secure, that's,
Yeah.
I mean.
That's gonna
not all-
happen, yeah.
Well, then
Not all
if
homeless people we
you
have
know
are
about that
licensed, but
structure,
Now we need to
stop over
fix it.
there.
Yeah, and get it together.
I'll put out extra patrol for tonight then.
That would be very helpful. Thank you, Chief.
thank you.
And then we'll do what we have to on our end with the building and the property owner.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anything else on our old business? Any new business? Moving on to public comment tonight. If you have a public comment, we welcome it at the podium. Please state your name for our records, and we allow 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Darian Collins, 2505 West 65th Avenue. And I haven't been here in a while, but it's summer. And Thursday, I'm taking my grandson to the splash pad in Hammond. That'll be our third visit this summer. And so I'm hoping in the 5-year plan that we can do something about the splash pad. We have $1.9 million of food and beverage tax money. We're supposed to be working on our corporate relationships with American Water and NIPSCO. There's got to be something. I'm paying a lot of money on my water bill every month. There's got to be something we can do in terms of a partnership to get the splash pad going. And what I'm thinking is maybe we can look at it, and Dean and Barbara White, but I'm thinking more so Hidden Lake. And so if we do it Hidden Lake, it would be a great fit. We have a great playground at Hidden Lake. There's the lake there. There's the workout thing over there by the hill. I mean, there's a lot of things we could do. So that, I guess we would have to work with Ross Township. But I just, it just grinds my gears. I go, I had to get a membership at the Hammond Y because that's the baddest Y in the area. My grandson wanted to take swimming there. Now he begs me to take him over there because they have kids zone, and he can be in kids zone when I work out. We don't have anything like that here. So that grinds my gears. And then the splash pad really upsets me because that's something that we can do. We can't do a $80 million Y, but we could do a splash pad. So I'm hoping that, it ain't gonna happen this year, but I'm hoping next year that you all can make that happen, and I would like to work on it, okay? That's my first issue. My second issue is this Medicaid, these Medicaid reductions that are coming down the pike, and I don't know if you all are in communication, but it's gonna have a really, really disastrous effect on Methodist Hospital, especially North Lake. But whatever hits North Lake hits South Lake. So we cannot have our heads in the sand in Merrillville about what's going to happen with Methodist Hospital with these Medicaid cuts. And so if it affects North Lake and you've got a business issue there, it's going to be right up here. And we don't want to lose our hospital. And so a lot of people in Gary are concerned, but we need to be concerned as well. So I'm hoping that we can, I don't know if we're going to approach if there's going to be, when you talk about RDA, I don't know if this is an RDA issue. I don't know where it's supposed to land in the stratosphere, but we need to be dealing with that. And I don't know if we need to look for a buyer, like Ingalls Hospital in Harvey, Illinois, when it was having all these issues, University of Chicago bought it and turned it around. We gotta get ahead of the game on this. And I'm just hoping that as a region, we start to have conversations, because Hammond lost their hospital. Franciscan is getting ready to close another facility in Munster because they built another hospital. I just don't want North Lake County to have no hospitals. And so, and what happens at Methodist North Lake affects South Lake. So we got to work together.
Thank you, Ms. Collins.
On that issue. Thank you.
Are you going to reach out to the Ross Township trustee and
I
present your
am.
idea? Okay,
I
great.
am.
Great,
I am.
thank you. Yes,
Good
ma'am.
evening. My name is Julia Rogers. My husband and I bought our home 26 years ago at 5355 Delaware Street. And my husband passed away 12 years ago. Up until Sunday, this past Sunday, I haven't had any complaints. It's been wonderful living in that area. This past Sunday, I'm exhausted from what I've been through for 2 days. But this past Sunday at 5:40, I got pictures. I done took many pictures. I have a carport, so I pulled right up to my door. I was going to get in my car and go somewhere Sunday evening at like 5:40. I opened my door to 2 pit bulls in my doorway, just sitting in my doorway. I'm terrified of pit bulls. I love dogs, but I don't know nothing about pit bulls. And they were just in my door, and I'm like, what in the world? So I guess they were strays. I don't know how they picked my house up under my carport, but maybe that's why. So I was scared to go out my door.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that night, I got a lawn chair sitting up under my carport that I sit in the morning. They sit in my chair, and they lay in the front of the door. I couldn't do nothing. I didn't know if they was violent. I didn't know nothing, so I just stayed in the house. And through the night, I could hear them barking. I don't know if they was chasing people. I didn't know what they was doing. So the next morning, my daughter came over to help me, because I wasn't no good, okay? And my neighbor across the street called the Merrillville police. They came out, and when I came out, I thought they was animal control. I didn't know. But she called them because a man was walking down the street, and they came from under my carport attacking the man, and he jumped on her car. So Merrillville police came out, but that's when I found out Merrillville no longer had animal control. So they wasn't there for that. I don't know. They did what they could do, but they couldn't do nothing with the dogs. The dogs were still up under my carport. So I have made, between my daughter, my grandson, and myself, we made 20 calls, if not more. We called humane societies. We called Merrillville Animal Control. I called 911. This 2 days ago. And they told me to call Lake County Animal Control. I called them. They told me, you're not in our jurisdiction. What does that mean? What jurisdiction is Merrillville in? So they wouldn't help me. They even offered to see if they could bring the dogs to somewhere. No. Everything was a no. We called Cherville, Gary. Gary said he was coming to get them. They never come and got them.
Did you call Hobart?
Did we call Hobart? We called Sheriff, we called
Because
everywhere.
I called Hobart on the last 2 strays that we found, and they took them.
And that, but I know my daughter talked to Councilwoman Shauna Hayes Edwards. I talked to Miss Sheila Shine. We was just reaching out any kind of way we could reach out for help. Because I didn't know, but they ended up not being violent. My daughter, when she came, she has a dog, so she was able to keep them calm and stuff. But one of them was frail, and we looked like she was dying. So they did give them water and stuff because you just had to.
Yeah.
So for 2 days, I went through that. Just today, I'm exhausted. I haven't even slept hardly at night because they bark. I'm right there, and they bark all night, and they chase people. They was chasing people. I don't want the blame. I'm telling people, they're not my dogs.
Yeah.
So I pray they don't bite you because they're not my dogs. So
Thank
this
you,
for
Ms.
2
Rogers.
days went on, and my daughter posted on social media. An elderly man called 3 hours ago, said he saw the post. They was his dogs.
Okay.
So he came over, Oh, my time is up. I'm sorry. I can't help it because I'm exhausted. I hope I can get some sleep tonight.
What I meant was finish.
But anyway, what?
Right.
You need to ask for a process, how to handle this in the future. You need a process,
So I think,
documented process.
okay, so I think the main thing is Maryville needs something. Animal control, a shelter, humane society, and I know that's the biggest thing that the issues are, the shelters are full. We tried rescues, they were only doing fostering, so I guess the biggest thing is Maryville needs some type of thing in place when it comes to stray dogs. Because there was nothing for her to do. So if the man, when they came, we were stuck with them because they weren't going anywhere. When the Maryville police came, they walked them down the street and they came right back. So Maryville needs something in place for stray dogs, especially for elders.
And I still want to know what jurisdiction, if Lake County said Maryville's not in their jurisdiction, what is jurisdiction? What does that mean?
Lake County will only take care of unincorporated areas, which is the county's
So
responsibility.
Maryville's not
They
Lake
won't-
County? Is
No,
Maryville
we
Lake
aren't.
County?
We are in Lake County, of course, but we are incorporated. We're our own town,
Because
so,
911 told me to call Lake County.
okay.
So I called
We
Lake
got-
County.
Yeah.
But we're glad you're
911.
okay, and we're glad the owner
Glad
got
it was
his
taken
dog.
care of. Well, thank you.
I'm glad too. I mean, I can get some sleep.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers.
All right.
Hi, Helene Perros, 7860 Wright Street, Foxmore subdivision. We're having an issue, Sheila, I think we called a couple of times. One of our residents at 4370 West 77th Avenue. There's his backdoor neighbor which is not part of our subdivision. His fence is 6 feet into Steve Perez's property.
That's horrible.
And so we're trying to figure out, I put in a work order for code, violation. And I'm just wondering how, Fred is vice president of our HOA, we're trying to figure out how we can help this gentleman. He was supposed to show up tonight, but he's not here. So
Sheila, I'll let you.
somebody come and give this person a, like a, I don't know, like a
So-
ticket of some sort, or?
Our building inspector has been out there several times to try and get in contact with the person that is said is encroaching.
Right.
Because I talked to the gentleman, he said he had a platter survey. So that's the only way we can tell who's encroaching and who's not encroaching. The next thing is, I did tell the gentleman that when things like that happen, it does become it's private between the citizens. If we do all we can to get them, Dan is pretty tough. He does we solved everyone, we solved about 6.
Okay.
This season of the fencing things. But he will go, he will go back out there. He went out there yesterday. The only thing he can do, because the man that you're talking about put the fence up without a permit, so we have no telephone number, we have no way.
Okay.
So the only thing we can do is to go out there and knock on the door. And Dan has been out there 3 times, and he has not been home to respond.
Well, no, not only that, Sheila, but the HOA, if he didn't get a permit before he installed the fence from the HOA,
No.
the HOA can act.
No, our guy hasn't put up his fence. The
So-
person, the backdoor neighbor is not in our
But it
subdivision.
encroached into your subdivision.
Yes, by 6 feet. We're not talking inches here, or, it's 6 feet into our subdivision.
So it's
Right,
behind
Fred?
the house, but the
Fred?
house that's encroaching is not in the Foxmore subdivision. It's on the other side of the street.
It's in the normal part of
Yeah.
town, so.
So I will send him back out there again tomorrow, ma'am.
And what's Dan's last name?
Brown.
Brown, okay. All right, well, thank you. So we have a better update. Appreciate it. Thank you all for your services.
Hi, my name is Marcella DeLaulat Amos, and I have a couple of concerns. I've been noticing more homeless people here in Merrillville, and I'd like to know what we are doing as a town. It will only get worse. You see what's happening here in our world. You see a lot of services that are stopping, which means there will be more people out here homeless. There are a lot of companies that are shutting down. And with no services out there to help the people, we will be seeing more homeless people. And I would just like to know, this is the first thing, concern that I have about our homeless here in Merrillville, and what do we have in place to help these people, the homeless people? So before you answer that one, also, I have a concern with the store of Myers. I've been noticing a lot of their they've had a lot of refrigeration issues. You go in there, and there are whole paper towel rolls on the floor by refrigeration, which means they're either leaking or something of that nature. I know they had power outage, and I was told that they brought in semis, refrigerated semis. I went to get milk last week, and there was so much mold and dirt under the shelving units, also on some of the milk cartons. I got home, I called in, I asked for the head manager, and the person I was told was not the head manager, but the head manager had left for the day, and that this person told me they were in charge. They seemed a little irritated that I called in for that. That is a safety hazard. I did call Lake County Health Department on Sunday, because I went back in there, and all of the mold and dirt, or whatever that is, mold or dirt, is still on the shelving units in the milk section. And that's where I again saw the paper towels, as though trying to pick up the leakage from the refrigeration. That's something we do not need, people coming in, buying this food, if it's thawing and then refreezing, that again is a safety hazard. Then my last thing is the emergency preparedness. I do attend the Lake County Emergency Preparedness meetings. I didn't go to the one this morning, but I'm constantly asking if there is anyone there representing Merrillville. I am not a Merrillville Town official. I go under other groups that I'm a part of. Why do we not have a Merrillville Town official? I did go to the fire department. I was not able to talk to Chief Lilly or anyone, but I did leave a message that I want to start seeing Merrillville in there. There is so much going on again in this world. I've asked several people here, do we have an emergency preparedness plan? I was told yes. I was told no. I was told that it's being tweaked. How can I get a copy of our emergency preparedness plan? Are we doing something to notify residents when, I'm not saying if, but when something happens? Our residents need to be ready. Do we have the shelters in place? I'm hearing that we're short with our police department. I'm hearing that we're short with our fire department. Will we get residents ready as well? We can also have residents ready. We have training out there. I'm also with another group called COAD, Community Organizations Active in Disasters. That's fire departments, police departments, faith organizations, trustees' offices. It can be regular citizens as well. We do train for like mass shootings, terrorism, CPR, being able to get out there. Let's say our first responders can't get out there. Some of us will be trained to be able to help, but what are we as the town of Merrillville doing to prepare? You see what's happening here in the world. We're here on I-65, which is always backed up. If a train is derailed or something happened, we just had a hazmat training regarding, I believe it was Joliet, that had a train derailment, and hazmat had to come in, and residents were evacuated. Let's say there's a train here. We have here on Broadway, we have down here, I don't know if this is Hendricks or Chase. Let's say that's stopped up and I-65 is stopped up. What are we gonna do? We're landlocked. We have North Merrillville, we have South Merrillville here.
Please finish up, ma'am. We do have a plan, by the way.
Okay, can I get a copy of that?
I don't have that with me, but we can.
Have her reach
yeah.
out. Mr. President, I will get that to
Okay.
her.
You will
She
get
will
that to-
give me
okay,
the contact information.
And then what are we doing with the homeless?
Well,
And is
Myron,
there
please.
something we can do for Myers?
We can't get involved with Myers, that's a private matter. Health Department.
Okay, so,
You did the right thing, ma'am.
okay, and then with the homeless, what are we doing about that?
That's a very tough question, and there's not a lot we can do, so we're working on that all the time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
The first thing that everyone has said to me was they were worried about the police department getting paid and firefighters.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Shonda Flowers, 6137 Connecticut Street, Maryville, Indiana. I just had two short things, believe it or not. First, I wanted to publicly congratulate Councilwoman Uzelak on your appointment as chair to the Democratic Party, you as well as Leonard White as vice chair. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I look forward to the Democratic Party and trying to get a little bit more involved and being able to do whatever needs to be done in order to get more people involved as far as the community and the politics and the things that are changing in the world that we all need to make sure we have a voice in. Secondly, also from the school I was asked if I can just kind of bring to you all's attention, they're having a back-to-school carnival and would love to have some support from the council people or some of the representatives or any members from the head departments or anything like that. It's going to be August 2nd at the Maryville High School. It's for K through 6, from 11 to 2 p.m. I think it's a great opportunity for us to show our support with our public school that is in the community in an effort to show that we care, that we're there. And I know for myself, I would love to be there and hope that some of you all come and join as well. That's it.
What time is it, August 2nd?
It starts at 11, so it's from 11 to 2 p.m. It is also on the Maryville School Corporation page.
Hi, Beverly Vandrunen. I just had a question because me and my mom, we walk at the community center at the Dina Barbara White. And my daughter's program for the summer was closed for a week, so I brought them with me and we were walking all together. But then they were putting up, like our last day, they were putting up signs saying that children are no longer allowed. So I was just wondering what drove that decision to no longer allow children under 14
To walk the track.
to walk the track at the community center.
With a parent? Yeah, I can answer that. It's a new policy that we're enforcing just because a lot of community members are bringing their kids in, going to work out, and then their kids kind of run around the facility. So at least to start, we're trying to stay consistent. I know we've had kids that are already in or find their way in, and then we're telling a family that they can't bring their kids in, and they're just pointing at other kids, like, why do those kids get to come in if my kids can't come in? So it is a relatively new thing we're doing, but I have asked my staff to enforce it. There's been a lot of questions coming up as we troubleshoot it, but for now, it's a safety measure that we're taking because we've had a lot of issues with kids running around
Okay.
unattended.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that can be an issue. I just wish there was something that we could do about it so that kids could come into the facility with their
Definitely,
parents.
and in the future, my goal is to have a space for youth,
Okay.
but right now, our staff doesn't allow for that. We don't have staff that are dedicated to a youth area unless they're signed up for a program. It is controlled and we have supervision. But yeah, I know there's a lot of parents that do, supervise their children and they are walking around the track, but there's so many that are not, that we're trying to kind of nip that issue in the bud. So hopefully we can work with the community moving forward and provide more services for youth, but at the moment, it's become such a thing that this is the measures that we're taking.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Collins, you already spoke tonight.
Yeah, I want to bring.
Ms. Collins,
Wait,
it's really not following the
we-
rules, Ms. Collins.
Okay.
I mean, either we have rules or we don't.
Okay.
Sorry. Just stay after and talk to us.
I just said, I go to the Hammond White, they have a kids zone.
Thank you, Ms. Collins.
You can put your kids
Ms.
in
Collins,
there.
you're still
You
talking.
can talk to
I'm
him
asking
after
not
the
to.
Yeah,
meeting,
I'm more
please.
than welcome to talk to you after this.
So announcements, our next town council meeting is August 12th at 6:30. The job fair was announced for July 30th, 11:30, and National Night Out, again, is August 5th here at Town Hall at 5:30. Without objection, I will adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.